guys, it's coffee time. I'm doing it from my new setup because I miss us having the nice camera. And mine actually never showed up. You know how when I got to Oregon I was like, oh, the camera showed up like right after I left. It's apparently on my bed. No. Apparently that order like timed out or something because all they sent me was the camera bag and 2 mic arms, which I didn't order 2 of them. So I'm like, Amazon, am I gonna have to call you? Because I ordered like some other sound equipment and stuff and that like never showed up. And according to my order history, I never ordered them. I feel like I'm in a weird movie where they're altering my history to drive me insane and then eventually I'll tell them the code for the safe. I don't know. All I know is that I'm really sad and I want to have my camera, but at least I have this one that I can steal from the roomies when they're not using it. So really what I need is a tripod, although this one and I are becoming pretty good friends. So in the end, I'm just very happy that I have options when things like this wind up going south. But on the amazing news list, my bag's already here. I'm really excited. When they called me and said, hey, found your bag, it's in Hawaii, can't get it to you until tomorrow night. I was like, okay. But they wound up being able to get it to me by like midday. I was very excited about it. And the guy was giving me so much poop. He like called me up and left a voicemail. It's like, hey, so this is the address that I have down. I'm delivering your bag. You're the first person on my list, so I'll be there really soon. But if the address is wrong, please call me. And the address was right, so I didn't call him. So he showed up and I was like, yay, I'm so excited to see my bag. Thank you so much. And he goes, yeah, I almost brought it back. I almost didn't bring it here because you didn't answer the phone. So I thought maybe you just didn't want it. And I was like, whoa! I was like, no, I'm glad you're here. And he was like, well, your voicemail was pretty hilarious. So I figured that I would just take a shot and hope that you were here. I was like, that would have been so sad if he was like, bye. I know that he was like teasing me and he wouldn't have done that, but I was like, you said that I didn't need to answer it. You said that I didn't need to call you, but it's hilarious though, you guys, because the inside of it is so messed up. They looked through everything, like repacked it in the jankiest way possible, and there's a big old sticker on it now that says, inspected in Kauai, aloha! I'm like, I think I have all the drugs in there. I legitimately wonder that, because like they have to, I'm sure that they have to have certain things that they look for in your luggage in order to be like, maybe we should check that one. And I think because it's like a backpacking, like traveler backpack, they're probably like, only hippies have these, so pretty sure there's some illegal substances in there. I'm like, there isn't, but have fun. They looked through everything. They opened everything. I was like, at least I have it all back. I'm so happy that I have it all back and that it's in my arms. Not like technically in my arms yet, but it's like, it's here. I have it. Thank goodness. It came to me in like a huge baggie. So, just overall, I'm very happy. There are a couple of things that I was trying to reorganize before I left and didn't get to, so I'm trying to like do that today and just kind of chill. Just kind of chill and relax. Guys, I really love PID. PID is so much fun. I played so much more of it after I finished talking to you guys. It's a great game. It's like this cute little platformer and everybody's like maybe a robot. I don't know. It's just so fun. I'm wondering if, oh, should I say this? Will this like kind of ruin it? Maybe I'll keep it to myself. Oh, you guys were wondering, okay, so when I was in Oregon, there was something that I was going to say on a video, and then I said, no, I shouldn't say that because my family watches my videos. And then you guys were like, no, you never told us what it was, and I completely spaced it. So what I was going to tell you guys is that there's a gift that I was making for everybody in my family. But every time I tried to do it, it's one of those, I was like, I had a moment there where I wasn't sure if I should say situations or scenarios, so I just stopped talking. It's one of those scenarios where I had never tried to make it before, but it seemed pretty simple, but I have too much of like the perfectionist craft brain where I made one and then went, this'll work, but it's not as good as I could possibly make it, right? So I wound up like trying to make it in so many different ways over and over and over again. And then I wound up just taking all of the supplies with me to Oregon so that I could try to make them while I was there. But the thing is I don't have like my sewing machine there, I don't have all of these things that would make it so much easier. So I was trying to like hand stitch and do all this other stuff, and I was like, this is so stupid. I'm doing this in the dumbest way. So at the time that I talked to you guys in the video, I was going to say that I was nervous because I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to finish them in time. And I had just found out that my sister-in-law's brother, Tyler, who is hilarious, but I had no idea that he was going to be there. So I was like, oh, can I make all of the ones that I need to make and make one for Tyler? Do I have enough like leftover fabric? I'm wondering whether or not that can be a thing. So I was like kind of stressing out about it, and then I was talking to my mom and she was like, you realize that nobody's gonna be offended if you say, yo, there's a gift that I want to make you guys, but I don't have it right now. I've been trying to make it and I want to make sure that I do it right, so I will mail it to you later. And I was like, yeah, I guess I could do that. She was like, of course you can. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. And I was like, okay. So, I'm gonna make them all here. I know that this is still vague because I'm not telling you what it is because, again, they watch the videos, so I can't tell you what it is. But you know that there's stitching and fabric involved. But yeah, I wanna try to make them to the best of my ability. Like, the shape was wrong, and there were elements to, I don't know, I was making them too bulky, and then I was making them too thin, and so I just want to do it right. And I know that that's what perfectionist OCD people say, and I don't have these, I don't tend to have that reaction to things that I do unless they're like crafts, and I don't know why. And some of that was broken out of me when I did theater a lot, because they made it so that I had deadlines. I couldn't keep, at a certain point I had to just be like, alright, this is good enough, you know? Which killed me inside, but at the same time, once I saw it on stage, I was like, oh, that's not too bad. You know, it winds up easing some of that insanity that hits you. But I still, especially when I'm doing projects like for a friend or for family, I get so worried. I'm like, I don't think that this is good enough. I think that I need to remake it. You know, I just feel like so much anxiety that way. When I know that for the most part, the person that I'm making it for would like even the first attempt that I did of it, but I wind up doing it like 10 times in a row. So, but at the same time, what's good about that, and this is me like trying to make excuses, what's good about that in my mind is that you learn how to do things in so many different ways that way. I think that if I were to be asked like how I wound up learning about so many different materials, it would be a combination of school, like just being taught about the materials, and also forcing myself to work with so many different things, because I would try it in a way that I was used to and then I wouldn't be happy with it, so I would be forced to kind of branch out. But the thing that I was told, I don't know how this got like so intense in this way, this conversation I mean, but the thing that I was told to do at one point that I think is good is I would start it and realize it wasn't going to be perfect, and then I'd just stop. And there's kind of like there are two schools of thought. There's a school of thought that says, okay, it's good to just stop at that point and then restart. And then there's a school of thought that says you should continue through the entire process and just make it so that when you're done you can say, these are all of the things that are wrong. In one foul swoop, I haven't wasted any materials, like any extra materials trying to remake it and then running into other problems. I've just made one product that I can look at and say, okay, I should be using a different type of thread, I should be using a different type of fabric, this pattern is wrong, I should have done this, I should have done that, so that with just one go, you can write down all the things that need to be changed. Which is not how I used to work whatsoever. I used to just start and be like, this isn't gonna be right, and then I just discard it, and then start over, and then I'd run into a new problem and be like, oh, that's not right either, and then I'd... So now I try to like finish it, so that I can look at it and say, okay, these are all the things that are wrong. But it's so hard, because when you know that it's not gonna turn out good, you're just like, I don't wanna work on this anymore. Yeah. So that's what... traveling back, that's what I was having a problem with when I was there for Thanksgiving, because I couldn't quite figure out the right way to do it. So I'm gonna do my final attempt while I'm home, and hopefully I can do it and then send all of those out and be like, happy late Thanksgiving, love, Doocher. Why did I even start to mention that? Oh, because of PID, because I stopped myself from telling you things about PID. It's not a thing about the storyline, it's like my assessment of what the story is. Does that make any sense? Maybe that makes no sense whatsoever, but like, I don't know. It's just really cute. It's really, really cute, and I think that you should all play it, and let's say in a week, if I remember, I'll tell you guys what I think the game is. Okay, does that sound fair? Okay. Anywho, I'm gonna cut me off right as I was about to be like, alright, bye! Anywho, I'm gonna go and edit, and I hope that you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye! Mwah!